everybody, how's it going out there? Welcome to Movies and Music with AJ. My name's AJ. Thanks for watching. And we're back today with another horror movie reaction. And you know, it's October. This is my first horror reaction of October. And I thought, you know what? It is officially Halloween season. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's go supernatural horror. And I thought the perfect movie would be The Omen. First, because I enjoy watching movies on their anniversary years, and this movie came out in 1976, which makes this the 45th year anniversary of this film. And second, because like I said, supernatural horror really tends to get to me, especially where it's regarding religious mythology and iconography, and I think that's because I was raised Catholic, so I find any warping of that iconography to be really effective and really creepy and scary for me. You know, I put horror noob in the title of these films because I do consider myself a horror noob. There's a lot of classic stuff that I haven't watched, but I will say there was a period of about 5 or 6 years, I'd say from like 1995 to about 99 or 2000. Basically my years in middle school and give or take a couple of years on either end. And during that period, I did get into horror somewhat. You know, I was keeping up with the new releases anyway. And I remember my favorite horror movie of that period, probably my favorite horror movie period, is Event Horizon. And that's another one that just, you know, scared the crap out of me. But again, I think part of it was because it, you know, the ship itself, I've read this subsequently that the spaceship in Event Horizon was actually modeled after the Cathedral of Notre Dame. And of course, the premise is that in trying to find a way to travel at warp speed through outer space, you know, a portal to hell gets opened up and a demonic presence comes out and all hell breaks loose, literally. Yeah, and around the same time, I was really into the video game Doom, the original one. I think I was playing it on like MS-DOS. But yeah, the premise of that game, very similar actually. You know, a portal to hell opens up in outer space and you're fighting demons and monsters and devils from hell. So yeah, something about that imagery has always just really stuck with me. Even though, like I said, I was raised Catholic, and like a lot of people who were raised Catholic, I no longer am Catholic. Not going to get into a religious discussion here, but if you are interested in that sort of thing, I actually reacted to Jethro Tull's album Aqualung pretty recently, and that is a whole album, or at least half that album is about religion. We went deep on that one. We went into some discussions about religion and philosophy and how to define one's own beliefs. So yeah, if you want a little more on my Catholicism and how I feel about it, go watch my Jethro Tull Aqualung reaction. But anyway, yeah, back to this movie. I think, you know, I already gave 2 reasons why I want to watch this film. The third one is that it is directed by Richard Donner, who unfortunately passed away recently this past summer. But yeah, so I was looking at Donner's filmography, and it occurred to me that I have watched almost 0 Donner films. One of my big glaring omissions in terms of, you know, just being a fan of film and films that I haven't watched, I've never watched any of the original Superman films. And yeah, just looking through Donner's filmography, the big one that I have seen is The Goonies. I mean, yeah, what 90s kid hasn't seen that film? That was a classic. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember I must have watched it dozens of times as a kid. I loved that film. But then, yeah, the only other 2 films that I'm seeing here on his filmography that I've watched are Maverick and Conspiracy Theory. So yeah, at some point I'm going to watch more Donner, especially that Lethal Weapon series. I can't believe I've never watched any of those. But in the meantime, we're here today to watch The Omen, and I am excited to do just that. So without further ado, this is going to be my reaction to The Omen from 1976, and it's directed by the late, great Richard Donner. Let's go. That's pretty cool with the little boy in his shadow as the upside down cross. Rome, June 6th, 6 a.m. 666. It's a little on the nose, but I'll allow it.
The child is dead. He breathed for a moment. Then he breathed no more.
What can I tell her? What will I say?
So I'm guessing we have a mother who just gave birth and her child has died.
Could adopt her child.
She wanted her own.
We're gonna have a switcheroo.
If I may suggest, it even resembles your wife. Need never know.
This is a really cool shot. We have his reflection hovering over the baby and the nun, but because it's a reflection, it looks very ghost-like. He's like a specter hovering over them.
There are no relatives.
The mother died as your own child. On this night, Mr. Thorne, God has given you a son.
If I didn't know this was a horror movie, so far I would just think that this was like a family drama.
What are you doing home so early? Just came to start packing.
What?
'Cause that baby's looking big.
Hey, it's me. I'm appointed ambassador to Great Britain.
New kid, new ambassadorship. Everything's looking up for this family. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right?
Nothing's too much for the wife of the future president of the United States.
Thinking big. How many ambassadors become presidents, though? Seems like the real roundabout way to try to get there. I think that strategy hasn't worked in at least 100 years or so.
You know, you could be too sexy for the White House. Where is he?
He's right behind us. Damien?
Damien!
I'm guessing this is on purpose to lull us into dropping our guard. But so far, this is just playing like a family drama. Yeah, even this.
I don't know if we just got the heir to the Thorn Millions here or Jesus Christ himself.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna take a hard turn at some point soon.
I'll take him, Mum.
No, I'll take him.
Come on.
The score. Every now and then my dog and I lock eyes like that, but it usually just means he wants a biscuit.
Damien, look at me! I'm over here! Damien, I love you!
Who's
Look
that?
at me, Damien! It's all for you!
Oh, shit! Yeah, that thing I said earlier about the film taking a hard turn.
Go, Tom.
Oh man, creepy. I got the chills. Jeez. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I knew this was a horror film going into it, obviously. But I would love to watch this, or have been watching this with somebody who didn't know it was a horror film. Because I knew something bad was going to happen, and that still messed me up. Oh, jeez. Don't stare at that dog. Apparently it gives you some bad ideas. And a generation of kids was forever afraid of Rottweilers.
Mr. Ambassador, the article said...
I don't care what the article said.
Well, that's all right, Mr. Ambassador. Let's just say you owe me.
I'd rather just pay for the camera direct rather than owing him a favor.
Yes, Father.
We haven't much time. You must listen to what I have to say. You must accept Christ as your Savior. You must accept him now. Drink the blood of Christ and eat his flesh. For only if he is within you can you defeat the son of the devil. I was at the hospital, Mr. Thorne, the night your son was born.
Well, what did you see that has you convinced that he is the son of the devil?
I saw its mother.
You're referring to my wife.
Its mother, Mr. Thorne. His mother was a devil.
Was a what? Oh, I wanted to hear that. His mother was a what?
Drink his blood.
The language of religion sometimes, like, eat his flesh and drink his blood. What are we, vampires and zombies? Can we use language that is a little more graceful than that? A little more subtle? Do you want to hear my OMEN? Just gonna take a picture.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that's not just an artifact in the camera.
I know it's a difficult time for you, so I'll not intrude on your grief. I'm here to take away some of your troubles and anxieties.
Why do I feel like this lady has ulterior motives for being here?
Well, why don't you just leave us alone at first? Let us get acquainted in our own way.
Well, I don't think...
I think it'll be fine. She seems all right.
Where'd you find her?
She didn't.
Where did I find her?
Well, we don't know how you got here.
The agency.
Sometimes people are too polite for their own good. I would insist that she wait in another room until we confirm these references and make sure that her story about the agency is true.
I am here to protect thee.
See? This is why you check references.
To the park? I told you he was going to go with us.
Too young for church. Excuse me for speaking my mind, Mom, but
Will you have my son dressed and in the car in 5 minutes? Thank you very much.
Yeah, this lady's just all red flags.
I don't know, he just seems scared to death.
Is he ill?
Maybe he just really hates weddings. Okay.
The best thing to do with a bad day like this is end it. I'm gonna go to bed.
That's good advice. Oh, jeez.
Quiet now. This is the master of the house.
Who gave you permission to bring a dog in the house?
I thought we could use a good watchdog, sir. And Damien loves him. So sir.
He's a good boy.
Tomorrow morning you'll call the RSPCA. Tell them to collect the dog and find him another home.
I'd have just fired this lady at this point. So much insubordination, you know? Call those references. Giraffes are one of those animals that from a distance they look really majestic and even kind of cute. But if you ever go to a zoo and you get real close to one, you're just all snot and spit and kind of gross, actually. They're like, that kid's creepy, let's go eat leaves on the other side of this field.
Baboons are dangerous.
Damien's dangerous. They don't like it. So yeah, so far it seems like Damien does not know what's up, because he seemed genuinely scared.
Wrong? What could be wrong with our child, Robert? I need to see a psychiatrist. I have...
I love you.
Then help me. Find me a doctor.
That's so sad that she just blames herself and she's basically gaslighting herself. You know, she's like refusing to believe that what she saw is true. She's convincing herself that there must be something wrong with her and that she's not seeing what she's actually seeing. Self-gaslighting.
Let it go! Let it go!
Relationships and marriage 101, by the way, though. Like, definitely, you gotta talk to each other. You gotta tell each other if something's wrong. You gotta share your worries and concerns. You can't just hide that stuff and bottle that stuff in. That is not how you get a healthy relationship.
Tomorrow, 2:30, Bishop's Park. 5 minutes and you'll never see me again. Your wife is in danger.
Get on with it. Say what you have to say.
From the eternal sea, he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother. The book of Revelations predicted it all.
My
Go
wife
to
was...
the town of Megiddo, in the old city of Jezreel. There see the old man Bugenhagen.
That just sounds like you're making words up.
Look here.
He who will not be saved by the Lamb will be torn by the beast.
Will you stop? What in God's name are you talking about?
Your son, Mr. Thorne. The son of the devil. He will kill the unborn child. Then he will kill your wife. He will kill you.
That's enough.
And with your wealth and power, he will establish his counterfeit kingdom here on Earth. See Bugenhagen before it's too late.
I never want to see you again.
You'll see me in hell, Mr. Thorne.
Yeah, something this guy, and I feel like a lot of people on the internet nowadays could both stand to learn is, if you want to sound halfway convincing of the beliefs you're espousing, try to not sound absolutely insane. Try to at least have a modicum of just groundedness and decency. If you sound crazy, people are gonna think you're crazy. He might keep that promise to Gregory Peck of never seeing him again, because he might not make it past this scene. Oh no. Move! Oh, that was from the photo. But my guy, you had like a solid 5 seconds staring up at that thing. Take 2 steps to the left, and you're good.
Anything wrong?
I just can't stand that noise. Would you just get him out of here, please?
I'm glad that she's starting to suspect that something is up.
I don't ever want to have any more children.
She's already pregnant, though. But she just doesn't know it yet.
Then you'll agree to an abortion.
I guess she does know it. Yeah, he's gonna drive right past her as she's standing up on that stool. Don't do it. Oh, jeez, I thought she'd fallen also.
No! No!
This movie is escalating quickly.
She has a concussion, a broken humerus.
She has a broken humerus, and this is no laughing matter.
Robert, don't let him kill me.
I mean, on the surface level, this is a story of this kid who's the Antichrist, but on a deeper level, it kind of feels like, you know, an allegory or parable for postpartum depression.
Who is this?
My name is Keith Jennings, the photographer. It's about you, Mr. Thorne. And the death of the priest. Externally, his body was perfectly normal, except for one small thing in the inside of his right thigh. 3 sixes. 666.
No, sir, you're wrong. It's my problem, too. I happened to catch sight of my own reflection in that mirror.
Ooh, that one's very pronounced. I feel like that's gonna happen literally any second now. I'd like to visit Rome someday. List of cities that I want to visit in my lifetime, just bucket list cities. Paris, Tokyo, Reykjavik, Rome, probably Copenhagen.
Theologians have already interpreted the eternal sea as meaning the world of politics. So the devil's child will rise from the world of politics.
That sounds about right.
Looks like this is as far as we go.
I like how this has just become a buddy road trip movie. Just got chills. Why do I feel like this priest that they're looking for is just gonna be unrecognizable? He's just gonna be a totally different person. Like whatever happened that night with that fire just changed him. Yep.
Found him.
That's about what I was expecting. Just in a catatonic state.
He's fallen from grace. Can you tell us why?
For abandoning Christ. You will notice the curved line over the head.
3 sixes.
6 is the sign of the devil. The devil, Antichrist, and false prophet.
If man is 5, if man is 5, then the devil is 6. And if the devil is 6, then God is 7. Then God is 7. This monkey's gone to heaven.
Where is she? Answer me.
Caravaggio?
Cerveteri. It is an old cemetery from Etruscan times. But, Signore, there is nothing there, only graves.
Where is it?
I'm thoroughly creeped out at this point. Just a status update. Seeing a lot of spiky things. This does not bode well for that photographer.
June 6th.
Who's watching? Why do I feel like it's that Rottweiler?
This woman could be the mother of the child you adopted.
Jeez. Okay, that's whew. Don't even want to know what's behind door number 2. That is some blunt force trauma. It is the Rottweiler. Man, this movie is some hardcore Rottweiler slander. So I'm guessing that catatonic priest was in on this, murdering the baby. I'd have gotten the photographer to take my picture before we went on this journey. Oh, that would hurt so bad. Honestly surprised this photographer made it out of this encounter in one piece.
Is that you?
That pushing. Jeez. No.
He was an exorcist. I read about him.
There's a movie I need to watch, The Exorcist.
Till man exists, no more.
You thought adopting this baby was going to be free, but it ended up costing an Armageddon and a leg.
A church. His blood must be spilled on the altar of God. This first knife. It extinguishes physical life.
You gotta stab him with 7 knives.
This is not a human child.
Also, I'm pretty sure any knife extinguishes physical life, if you want it to.
Wants me to murder a child.
It's not a child.
How can he know that? Maybe he's wrong.
Oh no, this is when it happens, right? Oh no. Oh no! Yeah, homeboy, you better grab those knives. His head just had such perfect rotation. It was just like going. What is it about playing the keys on either the far left or the far right of a piano? If you want to go creepy in terms of your score, be playing on either the far end of the keyboard, you know? You don't really get a lot of creep factor playing in the middle. But those really high-pitched ding, ding, or the really deep dong, dong, like it's on the margins where you find the creepiness. In piano and in life, I guess. Oh man, this dog is scary. Knows what he has to do. The score is really creepy. Especially listening to it on headphones. It's like right in your ear. Oh, did it just break off?
Hey! American ambassador. Why just take now?
First words he says the whole movie.
Help me, please!
And so to their final rest, do we commit these two?
And that's the messed up thing, is that the only people who knew about it are all dead. Don't tell me the president adopts Damien. Little creep. Alright, I gotta admit, I'm pretty creeped out right now. Like, where I shoot, you know, I have obviously the bright light on me. You know, I need to have that studio light on me, otherwise the footage would just look really grainy and really bad. So, beyond that though, I keep the rest of the place dark. I turn off all the other lights in the room so there's no spillage of light. So all you get is the light that's on me and the backlight that lights up the green screen. So just looking past this camera and past the light is just a dark room, and it's kind of creepy. Like, I'm looking at the dark corners and being like, is there going to be a Rottweiler sitting there? Is Damien going to be sitting there making his creepy little smirky face? Yeah, it's just like, I'm in that creeped out mood. And it's unfortunate that it kind of came on late, you know? Like, I feel like this movie in and of itself wasn't that scary, at least for the first, 2/3 of the film. It wasn't till that last third where it started to get really scary. I think from the graveyard scene onward is where I started to, the chills and, that creeped out feeling started to build up in me. But yeah, it took a minute to get there. It was a little of a slow burn to get to that point. And of course, I get you have to do that. You want to build up to it. You have to, you do those early scenes, like those birthday scenes, just to get the audience to let down their guard. So when that nanny jumps off, the top of the building and hangs herself, it's that much more like of a shock. It's that much more like, holy wow. Yeah, wow. That ending really nailed it. You know, like I said, because for most of this movie, I wasn't that scared. But yeah, like just those last few sequences, it started to get there. It really started to creep me out. And now I just have this residual creeped out feeling, you know, that wasn't there for most of the movie. But now it's just that aftermath of I'm here trying to compose my thoughts on the film. And I feel I got the shivers, you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess it's in retrospect, you know, I don't want to say obvious, but pretty reasonable to suspect that, you know, he would have gotten away with it. But yeah, I still honestly, for some reason, thought that this would be a happy ending and that, you know, that the forces of good would succeed. But no, it looks like Damien won. I guess he's well on his way, you know, to bringing upon the Armageddon. Yeah, that was a pretty solid film. I'm looking forward to more supernatural films. You know, they mentioned an exorcist in this film, and it reminded me that I've never seen The Exorcist. Now, that is a film that I definitely want to watch on this channel. And I feel like, you know, is that the one with the little girl and like, but she has like a really messed up demonic face? I've definitely seen like stills from that movie, and if I'm thinking of the right movie, then that is definitely a movie that's going to just mess me up. I can already see myself editing this film and being creeped out as I'm editing it. That happened with my Friday the 13th reaction. I feel like I did okay watching that movie, but it was as I was editing it late at night in front of my computer that I just started to feel really creeped out and had to just keep looking over my shoulder as I was editing. I feel like that's going to happen with this one too. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and sign out for today. Let the shivers wear off. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to follow along with more of my reactions, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Signing out for today, this has been Movies and Music with AJ. My name's AJ. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.